The voicemail was from my father. My father has been dead for 6 years, and his voice echoed through the static-ridden message with a chilling clarity that froze me in place. "Sarah," he whispered, barely audible over the howling wind. I pressed replay, but no matter how many times I listened, those two words were all it said. Sarah. The name sent shivers down my spine, echoing across the deserted parking lot of Riverside Amusement Park. The night was thick with fog, a swirling mist that seemed to hold its own breath and secrets. My heart raced as I stepped closer to the towering roller coaster, each creak of metal sounding like a warning in this ghostly silence. The ride hung motionless mid-loop, a testament to a frozen moment in time, as if everyone who had been here just minutes ago vanished into thin air. Pushing past rusted gates that protested with groans of protest, I entered the amusement park, the fog thickening around me like an oppressive blanket. Each step echoed loudly, amplifying the isolation and dread that grew with every turn. The once bright lights were now dull, casting eerie shadows that danced on the cracked asphalt beneath my feet. The further in I ventured, the more unsettling details emerged. A twisted carnival banner fluttered lifelessly from a broken pole, its painted smiles now crooked grimaces under the moonlight. Rides stood idle and forlorn, their once colorful facades faded to shades of decay. The air was thick with an unidentifiable scent that made my stomach churn, a mix of forgotten cotton candy and something far darker. As I approached the haunted house attraction, a sudden chill ran down my spine. The door creaked open on its own accord, inviting me in despite the warning signs spray-painted across it. "Do not enter." Inside, the flickering lights barely cast any light at all, but the darkness seemed to pulse with an eerie glow. Shadows moved out of the corners of my eyes, and I could have sworn I heard faint whispers and distant cries of terror. Navigating through this maze of horrors felt like a nightmare come to life. Suddenly, my phone buzzed, another voicemail from him. "Sarah, listen closely," his voice whispered urgently, almost as if he were standing right beside me. "Get out now." But I couldn't leave, not until I understood what happened here. Rushing towards the exit of the haunted house, I stumbled upon a room that shouldn't exist. Its door was locked tightly shut, but an old keyhole glistened invitingly amidst layers of grime and dust. With trembling hands, I found a rusty skeleton key nearby and inserted it into the lock. The click echoed loudly in the oppressive silence. Inside, rows of empty carnival booths lined the walls, each one filled with eerie mannequins dressed as patrons from decades past, their faces painted on with expressions of sheer terror. In the center stood a large mirror that seemed to draw me closer, reflecting not just myself but also scenes playing out behind it. Scenes where people screamed in agony and fear before vanishing into nothingness. Frozen in horror, I watched my own reflection scream silently as well. The room began to spin around me, walls closing in until there was no escape. A cold hand grabbed mine, my father's voice whispered one last time, "Sarah, it's not real. Run." But the fear that gripped me was too strong, I couldn't move. Time seemed to pause as everything faded into blackness, the amusement park, my surroundings, all consumed by a chilling silence, leaving behind only the echo of his final words and an unspeakable dread that would haunt me forever.